I'm Jessie Fowler Moran. I'm an attorney with Brooks Pierce in North Carolina, and in today's COVID-19 connection video, I'm going to be discussing the CDC's updated guidelines for returning to work following a possible COVID-19 exposure. Before we get started, I want to remind you that the content of this video is for educational purposes only. Viewing this video does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Brooks Pierce, and this video should not be considered legal advice or used as a substitute for consulting an attorney for legal advice regarding your individual situation. So earlier this month, the CDC released some interim guidance regarding return to work following a possible COVID-19 exposure. So this applies to essential employees who do not have a confirmed case of COVID-19, but rather fall into that category of possibly been exposed. And in those circumstances, the CDC says the employee can return to work provided that 1, they are asymptomatic, and 2, the employee and the employer have to take certain precautions. The employee's temperature needs to be checked before beginning work each day. The employee needs to self-monitor for COVID-19 symptoms with the help of the employer's occupational health program. The employee needs to wear a mask at all times in the workplace for 14 days following the last date of exposure. So if there's not a formal mask available, the employer may permit the employee to use a cloth covering or a homemade mask of some sort. The employee needs to practice social distancing in the workplace as their work duties permit. So this includes keeping a 6-foot barrier between themselves and all other employees. And the employer needs to have an enhanced protocol in place to ensure that common surfaces are cleaned and disinfected during this time. Hopefully it goes without saying, but if the employee begins to show symptoms as their shift goes on, they need to be sent home immediately, and the employer at that point needs to engage in appropriate cleaning and disinfection measures within the workplace, as well as collecting information about any employee or individual who was within 6 feet of the sick individual for 2 days before they started to show symptoms. And it's important to note, while the CDC frames this guidance in terms of having as many essential employees return to work as quickly as possible, employers do need to be cognizant of their obligations under other laws, including the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act. So employers should consult with their attorneys prior to leaning on an employee to return to work under these conditions to make sure that they understand the full ramifications of what their obligations are in this circumstance. We hope this has been helpful to you. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me at jfowler-moran@brookspierce.com. And you can also visit Brooks Pierce's COVID-19 response resources page at brookspierce.com/COVID-19. Thank you for watching this edition of the Brooks Pierce COVID-19 Connection. Take care and stay well.